What about sugar, the big bad thing, sugar?
Well, again, this is all to do with the timing. So if you're someone who is literally going from one meal to another, craving lots of sugary foods as a pick-me-up, an energy source or whatever, then, we know that not only does sleep affect blood sugar levels, but blood sugar levels can then affect sleep. And if you're someone where your energy is going up and down, your blood sugar is going up and down, then you can potentially then affect other hormones, such as cortisol and so on, that can then also interfere with the production of melatonin. So, you can have people that will eat a lot of sugary, refined foods during the day and then find that actually they're waking up a lot in the night and their blood sugar's all over the place.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with carbohydrates. There's a big difference between sugar and carbohydrates. And actually, I encourage my clients in the evening to have a little bit more carbohydrate. We know that can help with tryptophan across the brain, which can then help with serotonin and melatonin. So I don't want people to necessarily go completely low carb, particularly not in the evening, but the refined sugar, that can interfere with sleep patterns.
And would you say that's an absolute no-no for the entire day? Or would you say, don't have any snacky bad things from 4 p.m. or 2 p.m. or...
I think it's really the whole circadian rhythm thing is affected by everything you eat.
Right.
So just thinking, well, I've been good now, so then I can just gorge on something is probably still going to impact the blood glucose. But it's also a question of, can you combine carbohydrates with something else? So if you do want, I don't know, your jacket potatoes or your white refined rice or your white baguette, are you able to include a little bit of protein in that to help stabilise the blood glucose? So rather than just gorging on a handful of Haribos or something similar, can we get you some carbohydrate that won't necessarily cause such a big spike? So it's not all carbs are bad at all. And I think a lot of people get very confused about sugar and carbs. But what we don't want is very erratic blood sugar throughout the day.
And equally, I suppose we don't want people to go to bed starving.
See, this is the thing. We talked about not eating too much in the evening, but actually, if you're starving and your blood glucose has really dipped, then you're going to start producing a lot of cortisol. And cortisol, which is the stress hormone, will block melatonin. So you need to have something to eat. You don't want to be starving, but equally you don't want to be over full.
And you'll get up in the middle of the night and stuff your face and then you won't be able to sleep.